Hi guys, hope you're all okay. Thanks for tuning in. This will be part one of my story. So I hope you enjoy it and stick with me through the different parts. So a little bit about GBS. It's called Guillain-Barré syndrome. Might have said it wrong, which is bad considering I've got it, but it is hard on French. So we'll go with that. A little bit about it. So there's different variations and things. But basically it start, numbness in extremities. I think it can go down, up, and also up and then down to the bottom. But yeah, finalising in complete paralysis and extreme cases. Obviously, you can end up on life support because you can't breathe on your own. I mean, in worst case scenario, obviously people do die from this disease, and it is just not known about as much as it should because it does kill a lot of people. But basically, it's caused by various different things, all on Google. Mine was caused by, I had a flu jab a few weeks before my symptoms started. But yeah, these other variants, and basically what causes it from my flu jab. So I had a flu jab. So the next, I had like a little, I think it was a little water infection or something. My white blood cells obviously went to that to fight it. And then because I'd had this vaccination, for some reason my white blood cells then carried on attacking the endings of my nerves. So that is what causes the paralysis, the numbness. It's because slowly your white blood cells are killing off your nerve endings, which is why it's such a horrible, horrible disease. But let's go into the part one anyway. So I'm going to go back to November 2018. So I am 20 weeks pregnant. We've just found out we're having a little girl. Happy. I had the flu jab by this point. So that was in October. And then a couple of days after we found out we were having a girl, I just remember waking up and my toes were numb. They felt numb. And I thought, it'll go off in a couple of days or something. And it didn't. It carried on. And then I noticed within 4 or 5 days, my whole foot, both feet, were completely numb. And I was thinking, me and my other half, Jen, we were thinking, it's not right now because it's not getting any better, it's getting worse. So we ended up with a few visits. So the first time we went into hospital, it was just the usual, the baby's lying on you, check to see she was fine, she was, go home. But 3 visits we had before sort of things got moving, and in between there was differences. So that first one was just my feet. Then when I went in again and I was seen in the different bit of the baby unit, it had moved to above my knee. So we're talking, and there was days in between this. So from that first point of when I went in, these 3 appointments were within a week of that. So, I've lost movement up to my legs. And then the final appointment, which is when a special doctor was sent over to see me, it had gone up to here. So you're talking in a week, from just my feet being numb, it had moved all the way up to here. It was that quick. So when we were seen by that doctor, Dr. Pringer, who is a godsend, she helped me so much to get my diagnosis and everything. But we'll come back to Dr. Binger later. So I went into hospital the first time through this doctor examining me and saying something's not right, this shouldn't be happening. It's nothing to do with the baby. I don't know why they've said that to you. So I get admitted, they run some tests, they come back, you've got a B12 deficiency. We've looked at the symptoms and your numbness and it moving up. It's your B12, it's low. We Googled it. We were like, yeah, they are symptoms. So came home the next day. At this point, I will add, I am still walking, but it's a whole new walking. I'm a lot slower. And it felt like I was having to think about walking, which is, at the time, I just thought, well, that's weird thinking that. But, in hindsight, it was what's to come. So, yeah, went home, came home. With 2 days later, I think we went to a doctor's appointment to see the midwife. Mentioned this to her, but, she said it's your B12, it could be the baby. So we're left there, went to the shop, and I fell backwards out of the shop and ended up in hospital. By this point, when I go in again, I am basically completely paralysed. I can't hold anything, I can't grip anything, I can't sit up, I can't even lift my head up. Even though that wasn't paralysed and I could talk, it still was heavy. My speech went funny. I had Bell's palsy, so one side of my face dropped. So yeah, I looked pretty horrendous really by then. So they were throwing ideas around, and they said it could be GBS, and they said something else, and I want to say like MS or something like that, but they said we're going to need a lumbar puncture. So obviously we're all like, oh my God, what about Molly? What about the baby? I wasn't so bothered about me. I just wanted to know that anything they did to me did not hurt her. Because obviously I couldn't feel her. So to me, I had to protect her in some way. So we had the lumbar puncture. The bad thing about the lumbar puncture though is you have to lie flat on your back. It's either an hour or 2 hours, but whatever it is, it feels like about 8 hours, lying flat in a bed when somebody's just been prodded your spine. But what can you do? It's not like I could have got up and gone anywhere. See, I'm at the stage now where I can joke a bit about it. It takes time, but you do get there. So basically, in between that time, as you do, you Google, and we're like, it could be GBS, but it's so scary. People die. Because when you Google things, I don't know if it's just what your eye sees or it's just in popularity or whatever on Google search. But everything seems so negative surrounding it. I mean, I will go more into YouTube in the next video because obviously that will take us into sort of the time period where I was in hospital. But yeah, so basically, I'm 24 weeks pregnant. The doctor's just come in and said, you've got GBS. We don't know much about it, so I can't really tell you more at the minute about treatment and things. We've never had somebody, and they said especially who was pregnant at the same time, suffer from this. So obviously you're worried, is Molly going to be okay? Am I going to be okay? Am I going to need help breathing? All these things. But as you can imagine, to sort of tell, a young woman who's in a first pregnancy, who doesn't know what to expect anyway, that I have got something that serious and they don't know why and they don't really know what to do is so scary. So I'm going to wrap up there, guys. And I will put part 2 on in the next couple of days. But yeah, take care and stay safe. And please subscribe and share, because raising awareness for this horrible disease is something that I really would love to happen. It needs to be diagnosed quicker. But anyway, guys, much love, and I will see you for part 2. And thank you for listening and sticking with me to the end of part 1. Bye.